here. My name is Hockey. I have a laughing Chronos right here, and let's get straight into the game, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm pretty excited about this. I think this is one of the long-awaited matches that we wanted to see again. And there it is, This might be Light Cavalry's game. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because they are known for their lower bracket, right? They are known to play, or this is their game, the lower bracket. So, will this change things up? What do you think here, Chronos?
I feel like it could change things up right now with the fact that Light Cavalry have the tendency to play around the macro. But come on, you're not playing against CNQ, you're playing against BIRTHRIGHT, who are also known for their macro with their micro plays. And I think the match from last night, the upper bracket finals, was the indicator for that entirely, of course. And I feel like that will be a big difference maker. But right now that you can see the bans come out, it's got to be some standard bans. The Zushin, maybe the out of the ordinary. What we can look at is probably the Lu Yi and the Faramis, just to pay respects towards Malfurion's hero pool. Maybe a Sicilian to take out Danny's hero pool as well. But apart from that, I don't really see what can be, a ban that's kind of going left field. But the Hylos, though, we saw that yesterday, Hockey.
Yeah, the Hylos.
Here. Whoever gets the Hylos gets the win, right?
Yeah, and make sure you gotta take out the Fanny as well. She's also a must ban in this competition. But now, as you guys can probably notice here, for the side of Light Cavalry, we don't have Alan anymore. We have Creve instead. And do you think this might affect the team, or this will improve the team? Right? I mean, Creve is also a mid laner, but for this composition, they're going with Malfurion on the mid lane and Creve on the roam. So, what's your opinion on this, Chronos?
I feel like Malfurion, if he gets his hands on a comfortable hero, BIRTHRIGHT are asking for trouble. I'm not sure about how the Roman mid lane combination will work out. I feel like that should be the most important thing that they'll be looking at. But at the same time, given the fact that they've got a lot of other heroes open, a lot of options are still left open, and that comes in the form of this Hilda, the Gatot Gacha, the Suyo, the Alpha, the Matilda's of course taken off the table. Do not want to give that whatsoever. The Fanny, though. The Fanny is the one that I'm looking at. The Bruno, respected. Like Cavalry realize that although they don't want to go for the first pick Bruno, they definitely don't want to give away those two power picks in turn. So I like that ban. BIRTHRIGHT right now should be looking at something else as well.
BIRTHRIGHT definitely probably looking at Fanny, but if that's not the case, I think they might be looking for a Faramis, or even looking for something that could be within Light Cavalry's comfort zone, right? And I would say Fanny is probably the best probability here. But if that's not the case, I think they might as well go for a roam pick. Maybe a, I don't know, maybe Gato Kachuk, since he's flexible. Maybe Hilda could be bannable here since she's also flexible. Maybe Narlot as well. But no, looks like the Valentina instead. And we might have a Fanny on the first pick here. But it's gonna be the Suyo instead.
I like the Suyo. You play for the Snowball. Although it's a very snowbally hero, it can be countered early on. You got to make sure you get that control in the mid lane. You could get it in the form of the Vexana, the Aurora, and then you can shut down the Suyo entirely. But right now, I feel like BIRTHRIGHT got to go for a simple answer. So come in the form of that Sicilian for Danny. That's not going to be a strange pick, to be honest. But right now, they go for a front line in the form of this Phoveus for My Lobby. And My Lobby has been setting the pace for this team entirely. If he's the one that kind of gets going early on, is able to create the separation, get into the back line, or even start or initiate these team fights like an EXP laner should. And these are the basics that an EXP laner should have. It's just that he doesn't do any crazy plays, but his basics are so strong that it has to be respected in the game, and that's why he demands attention. And that's why you could say extremely slay. That's what they did in the previous series to put them in the lower bracket. So now will Light Cavalry learn and pick up from that? Only a matter of time. However, they go for the Ling, and the instant reply, Hockey, the Hilda.
The Hilda and the Chip. And we've seen the Hilda, the Chip together, and it didn't go so well last time. But maybe Light Cavalry here, we've known their playstyle. They're able to go in for the push here and there. So I think they are looking for something different with this composition, right? On the other side, though, about My Lobby, Give him anything that basically does a setup or anything that goes in for a plane. This man got you for life, right? This man is a insane golden explainer here. Anything that basically can make a play, right? And they gotta watch out for that. They gotta find a way to neutralize it, because if they don't have a way, not only for my lobby but for Danny as well, I think they might be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they might be in a lot of trouble. I like the chip. I like the Hilda. A lot of dive coming in, a lot of map control, a lot of mobility, regen. It looks like it's going like Cavalry's way so far, and we know how they like to play that split push, that famous Filipino banana split that comes by. They're doing it in the form of this chip, usually with the Hayabusa. But right now, to give a reply to the link, they pick up this chip, which was let through. We haven't seen the chip come out quite a lot just because of the nerfs he got with. But right now, I feel like they got to prioritize Danny. Give him that Sicilian that he's been doing really well with at the moment. And I feel like, you know, the Sicilian should work wonders, if I'm not wrong. Just give Danny what he wants.
I guess so, but looks like Danny prefers here the Aurora instead, and I feel like that is a really good pick to poke only not on a chip, but on the Hilda as well. I think it's quite a fair pick, and there is a fair mistake in not knowing that the Valentina is banned. You don't want to really give that away. And looks like an instant reply to the Harris. I think we're gonna see like from Mage to Gold Lane focus bans here, right? Maybe another. I mean, they have a lot of mages banned here. Almost every. Maybe Vixana is the last mage on the table here to be banned. Maybe a Farsa, right? And for the side of Light Cavalry, if they want to ban a marksman, I think they prefer go for Beatrix here, since Beatrix or 1-1. We've seen 1-1 several times here, and she's been a huge threat every time she's appeared. So that could be also next ban for the side of Light Cavalry.
I think the next few picks should be a good one. You're right, for the side of Light Cavalry. They're choking down the gold lane slowly. I'm surprised Malfurion's Fairness was let through for such a long time, especially after the Valentina ban. They were baiting it out, right? They were really baiting it out. I think Light Cavalry understood that that's not the play that they should go for, realized it, but now you can see they ban out the Tigreal that can form a front line as well as a backline protector, engage counter initiation. So they go for the Beatrix. It's been doing well so far in the gold lane. I think one of the top gold laners apart from the Bruno in this current meta, especially throughout this entire tournament. But on the other side, they go for the Moskov. Not really sure. Only 3 games being picked up, 67% win rate. So that's what, 2 wins, if I'm not wrong, out of 3.
Yeah,
so will this be the 4th one?
I mean, Moskov, once again, is in my opinion, is a really good gold laner. He's able to out-rotate if he's able to get that Spear of Destruction, and even if it goes well for him after the fight, he can go for an opposite lane push, and is also a really good split pushing hero, right? So I think they do want to go with that Moskov paired with a chip, just in case the Moskov isn't able to make it in time. They always have the chip to bring him on to here with the team fight. But now looking at the composition here, I feel like for the side of Light Cavalry, they don't really have that much AoE, except for like a chip ult immobilize and a Sicilian pull in. So maybe they're trying to not only focus on the objective side of the game, but maybe I think they're just going in for pick-off type drafts.
I think the pick-off should come through. If they have a Cho right now, it will work wonders, right? I feel like the Cho does. Oh my goodness, they pulled that out again. It's the Belleric. We seen Alan pull this off earlier, but I feel like right now in the hands of my lobby, or rather Mark, it could be a difference maker just to counter this chip along with the Moskov. I'm questioning this a little bit, Hockey, but I feel like they do have the late game skilling from the side of Light Cavalry, and Birthright definitely have the split push available with them. But it's gonna be a lot of havoc, a lot of chaos in the Land of Dawn when these team fights are there, especially for these neutral objectives.
I agree with you here. I think it is actually for Moskov, right? You're able to neutralize the gold lane in the middle of team fights, but once again, I don't think they're looking forward for the team fights. I think their main focus here is gonna be Leandro applying as much pressure as possible, just to give VN or not VN, just to give them the chance, you know, to get that split push in, right? So once again, this is gonna be such a contested match. You have one team who's trying to play objectively, and the other team is trying to win by force. You having the Ling here, the Beatrix here, the Belleric here, they're trying to go for as much aggression as possible. So it might come to execution. This is a matter of execution between these two teams.
It is a matter of execution indeed, Hockey, but I feel like right now, who you got for the victory? I think it's going to be Birthright, although I do feel like the Sicilian might be a big threat along with the chip. But at the same time, Light Cavalry will be looking to take down this Belleric as soon as possible, neutralize the threats that come in from the Wrath of the Dryads. And at the moment, before it starts up, Hockey, tell me your prediction and take us into the game.
Predictions are gonna be... I'm going for Light Cavalry here. I think if they're able to execute that split pushing comp, the banana split you talk about, I think they're able to pull it off here with the victory. Maybe they could steal a game or two, right? And I do like their draft since it's so pick off. Like you said, if there was a Cho instead of the Hilda here or instead of the Chip, I think that would work wonders. But once again, we've seen the Hilda and the Chip didn't really go that well, so maybe this time, Light Cavalry could cook up something. Maybe they know how to execute such draft, right? Birthright on the other side, I also like their draft a lot. They have such an aggressive draft here. It's honestly dangerous to play against, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are over here with match 1, game number 1, and I am more than excited to cast this alongside one of the best casters I know of right now, Kronos, and looks like Vian is already going aggressive with 3.
Yeah, Vian already going aggressive as a Hilda should be in Hockey right now. Creve is there trying to create some space. And if I'm not wrong, did they just switch up Creve before somebody else? I got to take a look at my data. But at the same time, you can see, oops.
Oh, the Vitalize, and looks like Creve might be in trouble as Mark is going into the taunt, and there it is, the first blood going in for Danny, and that's just an early game already. This is a before minute 1 pick off here, and I think they're looking for more, right? They know they took that Revitalize. I think they're gonna try to apply as much pressure as possible on Creve here now.
Yeah, I think at the moment they are trying to get pressure on towards Creve just because he is the Gatokacha. He's going to be a problem, hits the level 4 power spike, so slow him down as much as you can. Get that CC going, prevent the invades because you want to give this Ling free time to farm up, and the more free he gets in the early game, the more monstrous he's going to be in the late game. You can see how Hilda right now, VN, already controlling the top side of the river for the side of Light Cavalry, and there's no response coming in from my lobby at the moment, and that's why they're trying to go in, take down these EXP laners, while the junglers hit that level 4 power spike, and this could seem like a brawl that's going to break out.
Oh, it looks like the brawl's coming in, and Levi might be in trouble. Gets the Tempest Blade just in time. He's trying to go for VM, but that is a really close fight. Looks like my lobby with a vengeance under Vitalize coming in from Mark, just healing him in time. But look at Leandro trying to go for Levi, but fails to catch. So as the Tempest of Blades just gets him out just in time, and looks like the side of Birthright is going the way they wanted it to go.
Yeah, they got first blood. They got the 2 in the top lane as well. I think Leandro did a fantastic job trying to get it, but oh my goodness.
They're looking for more, and Vian barely... Oh, never mind. Mark here with the pass of the Belleric himself. Just catching Vian here, saying, nope, you're not gonna go. Not even the bushes, because I am also one of those bushes, and it's the Belleric himself, ladies and gentlemen. He knows his way around this. He has random periods, and I think he's waiting to pull it off here on Creve just in case he tries. And there it is. Revitalize coming through from Creve, trying to survive as much as possible. The Retro coming in from Linga and the kill as well. Levi, and there's the Tempest of Blades. Leandro in trouble, trying to go for escape here, but there it is caught by the one and only Levi on the Ling, and it doesn't look so good, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Light Cavalry.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Light Cavalry indeed. They did get 1 kill, and that was a Mark, but he did his job. He's a Belleric. His skill set literally means you got to hit him and take him down, and that's what happened. But of course, at the same time, Birthright making some macro moves around the map, realizing when they got to go in and when not to. They understand what is an overextension and what is not. So the fact that Levi is waiting to pop the Tempest of Blades until the very last second goes to show that how much mastery he has on this hero and how much they trust in their teammates to get the right communication coming out at the right time. As you can see right now, he's building in towards the Berserker's Fury, and Leandro wants to get that Hunter Strike to get those power spikes, and then it's going to be a big brawl that's going on. However, on the top side, my lobby already has his hands on that Thunderbelt, so he'll be tanking up and soaking up a lot of damage. He's trying to poke down the Hilda quite a lot. Hilda still not there just yet. And I think it all came down to the difference with the assist that he racked up early on. Six kills to 1 kill score. That would be the problem
Yeah.
right now. You can see again, they are dominating the top half of the map. But meanwhile, the bot side hockey, 1v1 might break out. But here, Mark wants to invade.
Oh, Market's trying to look for an invade here, Wrath of Daria, just to stop Creve, trying to pick him up here instead of the buff, but looks like Levi is looking for more. He has the Tempest of Blades, and we're waiting to use it, and there it is! The Frigid Glacier coming in from Danny's Flicker just in time, just to not get caught by Malfury, and there it is, Reborn Teasy coming through. He just taking a kill on Levi here, that Spear of Destruction coming through, and Vian is not letting Danny go. He knows he doesn't have the Flicker, but on the backup, Uruk is there with the Flicker, trying to stop Vian, and there it is with my lobby on the other side, going on a rampage with that demonic force, but is finally taking down over here before he gets a shutdown on him, and there it is. That's just an aggressive brawl overall between two teams, but I mean, general opinion here, I think for the side of Light Cavalry, they may or may not have benefited more to that than Birthright, since they were already so behind.
Yeah, I think at that, even my lobby wasn't going to go down unless and until he hit that Soul Sever. That missing HP damage that it deals was enough to take him down because he was soaking up quite a lot. He get the shield every single time he goes for the Infernal Pursuit along with the Dark Wave, which made the difference in the ski right now. They're trying to get this turtle started. Leandro wants to get it going, but at the same time, Creve and Mark want to get the brawl going.
They don't want to go the barrel going over here as my lobby is applying as much pressure as he can with that demonic force. He knows he has it. He knows he can go in the dress of there. It's coming through the red tree, coming from Levi, and there it is, the AOG coming through, but the Tempest of Blade, and unfortunately it shut down. The Spirit of Destruction hits, but he knows, Reborn TZ knows there's not gonna be any victories on this fight. Instead, he prefers the tower, and that's the thing about Light Cavalry. Even though they look like they're losing badly, they still find ways to trade, and I think that might be enough to at least make them last longer before another chaos happens.
Oh my goodness, it was quite a lot, right? But still, Urek managed to trade the bot side tier 1 tower, make sure that it is there for their taking. But at the moment, I feel like Light Cavalry are searching for answers, and they're grasping at straws. 3,000 behind in gold, and it's all thanks to that early macro plays that comes in. They're layering the skills side of Birthright, which Light Cavalry haven't done successfully so far, and all thanks to the Wrath of the Dryads from Mark to take away the attention of the entire team, especially the front line, which is Vian and Creve, and not giving the opening that Malfurion needs to dish out the damage, and neither does Leandro. But right now, they see the top side hockey.
Oh, they're looking in for Reborn TZ. They're looking to make Uruk have as much space as possible, right? In my opinion here, Uruk is having fun on the gold lane, pushing the bot lane, pushing the top lane. He's looking for that mid lane as well, I bet it, right? So they are making space. Birthright, they know Uruk needs that much space on the Beatrix to start pulling off stuff, start being a threat, right? And Beatrix definitely needs as much space as she needs. But there's a flicker coming into the Frigid Glacier, but unfortunately doesn't hit anyone. Danny's super close. There is Leandro's looking for something, and there it is. My lobby is going into demonic force on Reborn TZ, but there is power of wilderness on Vian, trying to stop my lobby, and looks like he's still looking for more. I mean, he's not phased one bit. He has the demonic force. He has his team behind him, and there it is, still looking for more pulls in Vian, but it looks like Vian's gonna get out in time as Mark spooked in. Half poke there. There's a soul silver coming through from Leandro, but doesn't phase Mark one bit as he heals back from the jungle creep. And it looks like the objective's coming up, and judging from positioning from that fight alone, I don't think Light Cavalry do want to risk fight without, at least they gotta land that AOG in order for them to fight, but at the same time, they also gotta watch out for the Tempest of Blades.
Yeah, they do need to watch out for the Tempest of Blades because every time he uses it, there is a knockup that is provided, and that is enough space for them to dish out the damage and also get the CC going on towards him. And I think Danny's the one that actually gets it going for them, right? He's the one controlling the scene, but right now, Tempest.
Ooh, Tempest is looking for something, but look at this, my lobby and Levi, they're looking for a kill, and they pick off what they need here, Reborn, as he tries to push, instead of going here for the objective, and that is pretty well played. They know that they're gonna split push a lot. I mean, that's what you have the Moscow for, right? This is a Moscow, he always split pushes and then comes to a team fight, but if you're able to neutralize that, I think he might put Light Cavalry not only on the spot, but also under their inhibitors in no time. So they gotta now start watching out, they gotta start thinking like, hey, we need to farm up a bit. We have Malfury here on the Sicilian. We can scale, but we just gotta make sure that we are also up to bar to what they have, right? Since they're not as team fighty in terms of draft, and there's
Ooh.
the Spear of Destruction, but almost, that was not quite close, but it was there, right? And once again, you can see Reborn TZ is trying to look here for the push, but they gotta figure out something now before they just sit like sitting ducks here under the inhibitors.
Yeah, I think at the moment the plan of Birthright is quite simple, right? Play disciplined, play to your win condition, play to your strengths. Make sure it's quick games, it's fast because we got to play a best of 7 if we're going to make it all the way to the finals, and that's what they're thinking. And that's why you can see right now they don't want to overextend. They don't want to give any sort of advantage to the side of Light Cavalry, who are looking for that, right? They are looking for the opening, but they're not able to find it because the discipline from the side of Birthright is quite impeccable. And you can see right now on the top side, even Levi trying to get the split push going, Creve and Reborn trying to protect each other, making sure the Lord is in the bot side. It's looking quite healthy. It's not an inhibitor. It's not a Luminous Lord, but they do get the tier 2, and they'll be looking to take up the rest of the tier 2s. My Lobby creating the space along with Mark for the side of Birthright, and this is the penetration that they're looking for on the bot side.
Yeah, they are looking for that penetration, but looks like they're gonna be clearing that Lord with so easy, right? Since it's not Luminous Lord, I don't think it's that much of a threat, especially when you have a Sicilian on your team. He's one of the best clears in the game, right? As a mage, and his distance alone is enough to just push a whole team back during a fight. But right now, Greaves is looking for something, almost gets picked off here, but escapes just time here from Mark, and it looks like my lobby is trying to look for a push here, but unfortunately the clear coming in from Leandro and Malfury here is just more than enough to just delete the minion wave.
Yeah, it is more than enough, right? And I think you're right when it comes to the high ground clear in the base defense. The Sicilian is one of the best. Why? Because it is a hero that lacks the mana pool. That's the only difference between him one-shotting the opponent and you trying to dish out the damage. So I think the mana pool being close to the fountain can be restored every single time, and that would make a big difference, especially in these base defenses. So you don't want to overextend, especially when Malfurion has not died a single time. Yes, they're behind about like 8k in gold, which is quite a lot in my opinion, but at the same time, if the Sicilian is given too much leeway, he will destroy your front line. And you can see right now they're going to engage Hockey.
You're going in, the Vengeance coming in with a lot of demonic forces. My lobby, but Levi on the other hand, the Tempest of Blade looking for Leandro, taking him out alongside Danny, but the AOG only lands on Mark, and there's a flicker with the Frigid Glacier trying to go for more. Crave in trouble, taken out by Mark, and they're still looking for more here as they're trying to push, group push, but they know they have Reborn TZ and Malfury. They know that pushing is really difficult right now, and if they want to manage that, they need to neutralize Malfury here on the spot, and they're looking forward for that as they try to zone out Levi, going in for the push, and excellent zoning coming in from my lobby here. He knows he can push them back alongside Mark, but now can he go back after pushing back as they're going in with the Demonic Force, but Malfury gets the kill, trading 1-for-1 as Vian goes down as well. And I think for the side of Birthright, they're looking forward for that Luminous Lord and then end right after, right? And for the side of Light Cavalry, it's not looking so fun. All they can do is defend and defend and defend, but when will they ever try to fight back and win something? That's the thing, it's gonna be so super difficult for them, especially from how behind they are, about 9k here.
Yeah, I think they are definitely behind quite a lot, but Levi on towards Leandro.
Oh, looking for more, but looks like Creve almost gets Levi here, but he just dashes in time, super swift on that Ling. And now it looks like the Luminous Lord might fall into the hands of Birthright, unless we see some steal coming in from Leandro, but I don't think he's gonna attempt that. But do you think the defense here is enough from the side of Light Cavalry here to try to clear that Lord safely?
Yeah, I think they don't really have it in them, do they? They need to pick off someone or at least get that Lord, the Luminous Lord, into the bottom tier inhibitor aggro, so that they will be able to sustain for quite a long time and have enough space created for Reborn and Malfurion to try and dish out the damage towards the Lord. And I think can find V and should be the ultimate sacrifice right now. But right, they are going in, trying to get the
They're going in, and Reborn TZ is just taken out in an instant here by Danny, and AOG coming in from the back, Creed trying to go, but the Tempest of Blades once again excellent here from Levi, getting out just in time, but it looks like they're just losing, dying one after another, and there is Creve down. Next up is Leandro, next up might be Malfury as we speak with the flicker in the base, and he knows he can't really do much as game number 1 falls into the hands of Birthright. What a game.
Oh, it was...
Hey, I'm not making it up. It had me got out of my seat entirely to watch this game and see the result that eventually came out. Like, man, oh man. whenever you talk about these two teams, you know, the only one thing that always comes to your mind, and that is back and forth. We rarely see one of these teams dominate, but guess what? I believe today is one of those rare occasions we are seeing that happen, Hockey.